Hello. Welcome, Libra, to your Clairvoyant Alchemy reading for December 2017. And we're closing it down, and we're doing it in a good way, doing it in a positive way, and we're going to enjoy nature, right? 2018 is a master code number 11. Okay. And I've been like gaining wisdom beyond and respect that how they keep, pumping me up. 2018, master code 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, pairing up with people, to do justice for you, because your major arcana is justice card, the balance card, the 2. So Libra, you're my rising sign, ascendant. So I'm looking forward to this reading very, very much. And when I did a few chakra videos, I did the 7 chakra videos a few months ago, and it really did provide me with wisdom and introspection wisdom that I didn't have prior. I always believed in the chakras, but I just never studied them. And so now, Libra, you're the heart chakra, okay? Like Taurus, ruled by beautiful Venus. Okay, so you truly come from your heart. And that's super awesome in so many ways. Okay, so we have Taurus the bull, who comes from his heart, and we have Libra, the balance, justice, who comes from their heart as well. And I always say it out loud, like Anahata. Yes, and it is about love and hope and compassion. And your stones are aventurine, jade, rose quartz, kunate, rhodochrosite. Okay, rhodochrosite. Here it is, Libra, 4th chakra, your heart chakra, Venus ruled. Build strong relationships and bonds of love. Engage in creative projects. Libra, your Venus ruler is the planet of love and aligns well with the heart chakra. You can love with abandon and make a partner thrive on your giving of affection. Your natural compassion lends itself to creative projects. Your empathy for others taps a wellspring of shared sentiment and makes you a success in bonding with others. Okay? So believe in that, Libra. And do creative projects. Build on strong relationships of bonded love. Okay? And believe in Venus, my Lord. If there's a female resonating planet for us in this universe when there's so much derogatory hate, it's Venus. Okay. And we are so fortunate that we can watch her in the sky at night when she shines bright. Venus shines bright like a star because she is a star. Okay. So please, my friends, believe in this spiritual treasure that she delivers for us, planet Venus, the Empress. And the Empress has come through. I mean, that's another thing I have to add. I've had so much enjoyment seeing when the cards repeat themselves. I really like that. I mean, I really do. So, oh my goodness gracious, hold on. I didn't light my incense. So I light it with this in the name and power and the glory of planet Venus. How about that? Let's bring her fire through and her glory. Okay? How wonderful. Definitely. Wait, hold on a second. Get a lighter again. And I believe in always lighting candles with matches, never a lighter. Okay. Okay. It's strong. All right. So now, and I also have this new deck called the Oracle of Visions, and I look forward to reading this deck with our Lady Libra. Yes. All right. So let's pick some cards. You know, I can't deny it. It's not like I don't know this card. I mean, he's all, for some reason, you know, he's just, but we're going to bring him out. King of Love is here. The King of Hearts. The Loving Father card. He loves his people. He loves his children. He loves life. He's beautiful. Okay, so let's just continue here. Okay. Look at this card. Just another card. Come for us. And I have my astrology deck here. Very powerful. Actually, this was my first tarot deck ever. It was the Book of Thoth. And Thoth was the Egyptian god who taught about wisdom and alchemy and so much more. You know, the Egyptians, like I think the Chinese were also, you know, all came from the stars, extraterrestrial-wise. And there's something going to happen. Well, it's been happening. I mean, it has been happening, but there's something more to come that now we humans cannot deny what's going down with the ETs. But then there's organic, supernatural, like Father God and Jesus. Jesus, all supernatural, organic. He's no ET. Okay. And we'll talk more about that. You know, it's the month of December where we celebrate the birth of baby Jesus, and I want to do a special video for that. Because I know he's here as a spiritual warrior, and I just keep praying. I want to see it happen. That's all I do. I pray to him every day. But I was taught, you know, as a baby. Nine of Pentacles. How cool is this one, right? Yes. The nines of the beginnings and the endings, and the way that we do it. And nines are the fabulous number of completions as well. You know, it's about, you know, when we have the Pentacles, it's about resources, money coming in, money going out, and where are you in that scheme? Okay, this is truly about you verifying that you have it coming. And the only thing about this card, see this bird here in the corner? It looks like a hawk to me, but usually she's holding this bird. Okay, and I'm not certain why they didn't design her holding her bird. This is wonderful. Okay. Now, some people might say that you may have a financial loss as an ending, but I look at it as a financial gain that's going to come now, because you're going into that transcendence, number 10, success in large amounts. But in this image, she should be holding this little bird. You know, I had a blue and gold macaw named Maxwell. I love that bird so much. You know, actually, he named me Lala. He named me Lala. When I was married to my veterinarian husband, he had this lady who he would clip his wings, which that's another story. But anyway, she was moving to Germany because she fell in love, and she was moving to Germany. And if she wanted to bring her bird Max, she spelled it M-A-X-X, Max. He would have to be quarantined for 6 months, and she knew that that wasn't going to work. So she asked my husband to be available if you could take him. And so he came home that day and he said, you know, blah, 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 would you like to bring this bird home? And I said, yes. And so she had this huge cage for him. She brought everything. She cried her eyes out exiting from our house that day. I remember like it was yesterday. And she said he likes to be cloaked at night. He likes to be cloaked with this big blanket. She brought the blanket. She brought the cake. She brought everything. And the next morning, my husband went to work, and I uncloaked this bird that I've only had for what? You know, not even a day. Just this evening, nightfall. And I uncloak him. And he says to me, this bird, now the macaws can speak, and they can even make sounds of other animals. He said, hi, Lala. He said, hi, Lala. And that's why I named my kitty cat Lala. And every morning, he'd say, hi, Lala. And then he would say, night, night, Lala. Night, night. When I would cloak him at night, he'd say, night, night, Lala. And even when we moved to another house, one of my favorite neighbors that we moved nearby, this is when we were living, when we had our boat and everything, but I had this fabulous neighbor, and when we'd go out of town, I'd ask her, do you mind? She loved animals. She brought all her animals to our clinic and everything, but she had dogs and cats. She had all. But she would say how when I wasn't there, you know, obviously I'm on vacation, but I love you. She'd say, I love you, but your bird gets me crazy because it's la la, like he's looking for me. La la, la la, la. She'd say, he's screaming out loud, because the macaws can scream like, you know, they have a voice that is like, or a sound, you know, they can, la la, la. And she'd say, she'd even call me on vacation, like, Max is going crazy looking for you. He keeps saying, la, 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 and I keep giving him all these toys and all these food, and he just keeps, he wants to bite my hand off. And trust me, he could. Look at this. I'm talking about my bird Max, and here it comes, my own code. Queen of Pentacles. My birthday, March 11th, 1960. I am a Queen of Pentacles. I'm a Queen of Earth. Ay. You know, it's been organic that things are happening to me now in a way that is like it's, you know, you can't make this up, my friends. I was just talking about my beautiful Maxwell. Yeah, I had to exit him when I got divorced because I even asked the condo I was moving to at that time, can I bring my bird? And they denied me. They're like, no. I was broken for a long time with that. Look at this now. The Emperor has arrived. The Emperor. This is the first time he's come through for December, for Libra. He's come through for you, Libra. Being authoritative in Libra, you know, you're that justice balance. And you harmonize and you have peace and grace and love. You know, I feel you a lot, Libra, and that it's my arising ascendant sign. But here comes the Emperor. He's not come through. How fabulous he comes through for you. You know, the Emperor loves his Empress Venus. He adores her. That's so cool. Truly. I did not expect this. You know, sometimes every time I do a reading, I sit down, I, meditate, I contemplate, I introspect, and I try to, gain the wisdom, feel the vibes, and here we have the King of Cups, but again, this card is bent now. It's easy to just feel this card now. But the Emperor from the Book of Thoth, this is the most powerful male in the deck. But he is one who wants to love. And he loves his Venus. He loves his high lover, Empress Venus. See the Phoenix here. We just did Scorpio reading. The Scorpio reading came out really fun too. We've got the Rams. We got it all going down here. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Coming from the Book of Thoth. I mean, it's very cool. 10 of discs, 10 of coin, wealth. Wonderful. And see, that's why I really embraced this deck as my first divination system ever. And here I have, Aries, the Ram. Here we go. That's the Emperor right there. Aries. It's fabulous. And actually this ring, because I followed the Book of Thoth, I was learning all about it. This ring literally comes from, they found this ring in an Egyptian tomb. This ring right here. And now the National Geographic Society. And this is 18 karat gold, and it's got just little diamonds right there. If you can see, you can see my hair gets caught on it all the time. But this ring was found in an Egyptian tomb. And that this Emperor from the Book of Thoth, the Egyptian tarot, he called it. The Egyptian tarot. I try to align with the divine all the time in the respect that I know I've been born gifted, in the respect to understand there's another dimension, there's another wisdom, whether it comes from the extraterrestrials or whatever. But yet, yes, the Egyptians are extraterrestrial wisdom, no doubt about it. But you see, what happened to them? They wanted to enslave people. And God sent Moses in. Okay. And Moses was found, even per the Bible, in a little basket floating on the Nile. And then he became this powerful force source via God. And God swore, we're going to take the Egyptians out now. And really within 200 years, no more pharaohs. Ramses II was the last pharaoh. Because all the slaves that they had, working on tombs, they escaped with Moses via the hand of God. Believe in that. There's supernatural, there's paranormal, and there's extraterrestrials. Okay. It's all different. But here we have now, we got the wealth card coming through. The 10 of coins, the 10 of transcendence for us now. And 10s, we talk about them all, success in large amounts, a large sum of money, you know, in the respect that, you know, when you work it and you earn it, you are provided. Okay. Just understand that wisdom. Okay. Truly. And it is about us now becoming more aligned with the divine spirituality. You know, extraterrestrials are not about spirituality. Okay. But yet, there's just like humans, there's good ETs and then there's not. Okay. It's how you look at it. Look at this now. 5 of fire, 5 of wands. And he calls it strife. You know, as I see the fives, they're about changes, movement forward, especially now 2018. 2018. Master card. Okay. An 11 master number. You know, I talk about 1111. I was married on 11/11/1989. We just had the first 11/11 on a Saturday in November, a few weeks ago. It's a master code, and 1 and 1 equals 2. And there's a pairing going down. There's a pairing where you're going to meet someone, or you already have met that person, but now you're both growing spiritually. Okay? Like you're now getting it. Like, yes, I understand about an awareness that I'm a spiritual being in a physical body. You know, that's what we're coded to understand. And that when we pass, we're going to meet the other ones, our spiritual, beautiful ones. So now, strife. But again, I don't, you know, they named these cards in a way. Now, mind you, this is a 100-year-old deck, okay? And back in when he was alive, Aleister Crowley, there was a lot of strife going on. It's like, can't trust anybody in that world. Can't trust anybody now, even today. But we move forward. But with this card, in the respect that we need to, like, my little earring just came off my goodness gracious, out of that. I think I'm, you know, feeling the vibe here in the respect that it's time to just make that change, okay? Make that change of plans, change your mind towards the benefit of you and your family or beloveds. It's about, you know, getting out of your how do we say, restlessness. Get out of that. Move forward. Gain wisdom and gain proponent. Okay? And, you know, I look at this as the wings of Isis right there. Lady Isis. Lady Isis taught me, even before I went on YouTube, to be fierce and fearless. To be fierce and fearless, okay? Standing strong. Let's pick this one right now. Oh my goodness, now we have the 9 of Cups. How beautiful. See, the 9 of Pentacles is here. And now we have the 9 of Cups. So endings and completions, yes, are about the 9s, but yet we just spoke about how the 9s are a master magical number. You multiply 9 by any number. 2,358,000. You break down the numbers, it comes back to 9. It is a magical, mystical, supernatural number. Okay, it's cosmic. It's a cosmic number. And now we have the 9 of Cups. And that speaks about, you know, having completions in relations. And it could be a universal love coming in, or it could also mean divorce. Okay, now I'm not using that lightly. Okay, I am not. But 9s are about that. And this divorce might be needed. For those of you, you know, I was one, literally. Yo soy espiritista, yo soy bruja, yo soy. And my brilliant veterinarian husband did not believe in any of it. In any, I forbid you to read tarot. I forbid you. I forbid you. And that's why that marriage ended after a 20-year relationship, 17 years of marriage, because he could not grasp it. And if you're in that situation, my darlings, male, female, then exit gently, calmly. We've been suggesting also for all of us to gently, calmly exit 2017, because 2018 is going to be a bang-up year. It's going to be a bang-up year because the universe is mastering with the code 11. Okay, 11. So, and you can see it's these two females, and it's two females. They're just showing their shine. They're like, you can see this one is ready. This one has her eyes closed, like making the wishes come true. I'm gonna wish in 2018 this comes through for me. Okay. And I do talk about myself because I fought getting on YouTube again. And I totally believe it was Archangel Michael and Jesus who were the male voices in my head, because nobody else would coach me to come on YouTube. It wasn't my father's voice. It wasn't my uncle's voice. It wasn't nobody's voice but two males. And they were both very calming and very powerful. And I believe that because I was raised with Jesus and Archangel Michael just in every freaking room. So I believe that. Knowledge. Spell card. The knowledge. And that's what we have to gain. With my Master Code 11 for 2018, we're going to start gaining that spiritual knowledge. Okay. And I totally see a wave of spirituality coming through for many of those. Even the non-believers will see things that they're like, what the 2 8 is 10, a new beginning. So believe in that new beginning for yourselves, okay? A seed of opportunity, a gift, a beginning. And you can be a leader too. Because you're gonna recognize, like, you know what? I have believed, but I was shy about it, or I was, like me, told, I forbid you. You know what I mean? And then when you gain that sobriety of wisdom and the respect, like, God, Father God, Jesus, Archangel Michael, the angels have been wanting me to speak my soul purpose. And that's another thing. We all have a soul purpose here. We're coded. Your birth date is a code why you came here. Okay? Never forget that. Never. And if you're watching these kind of videos, well, you astute that you're embracing that adaptability for you to focus on your spiritual being in your physical body. Okay. Letting go. Oh, letting go. That's been our new vibe too, right? For the few months. Let it go and let it be so. That's our new mantra, right? I think in June or July we started preaching that one. And I'm not a preacher, people. But, oh, yes. Loud and clear in my mind, it said, let it go and let it be so. And I think that's an easy way, a simple way to say, let it go. Let it go. And 6 is that beautiful number about peace and harmony and relationships, okay? An adjustment to be responsible for who you are. And that the emperor is here. He has to be very responsible for his kingdom, okay? Not all emperors are beautiful, though, because they got that ego going on. But not this one. Not this one who came to the table. He he really is one that wants to bring forward the wisdom, you know, to be authoritative, yet have that intuitive, pioneering self. You know, the emperor does rule by the brain and actions. However, he understands. You know, it's like King Arthur. You know, King Arthur. I love that. They call it a legend, but I want to believe it's true. In Glastonbury Tor, Archangel Michael's Tower. Trust me, one day I am going to go there. I am going to go there. I know it. If any, you know, I love Jesus. Oh my Lord, how I love Jesus. But Archangel Michael has always been with me. Always, always, always. Archangel Michael. I opened up my video, my YouTube channel with Archangel Michael. 3-card pull. 3-card pull. And I can't believe that author now. This is all that. Whatever. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Letting go. Letting go. Grace. How beautiful. Grace card. You know what? I'd like to read this card from the little booklet right now. Grace. It's kind of funny. I just had a phone call from an old friend of mine. I haven't heard from like 6 years. And we talked about grace. Because he has now like found a new light in his life, he says. And he wanted me to know I was a part of that. Grace. Grace is the ability to bear what must be borne without objection, anguish, or agony. It doesn't mean you're immunized against the sadness and pain life can bring, but this spell will grant you the fortitude to learn what you can, cope with what you must, and be wiser than those around you, who may even be the cause of your sadness. If this spell chose you, practice loving kindness and forgiveness exercises. Okay, and so we have this letting go too. Like, you know, that's what we have to do, okay? If this spell chose you, practice loving kindness and forgiveness exercises. These will help you become more insightful. When you can see the big picture, you no longer take the foolish actions of others so personally. Detach and have the grace to bless those who are acting out of pain. If you've chosen this spell, you may be trying unsuccessfully to move through or past a painful experience. Cast this spell with good faith and feel yourself gradually moving away from pain as grace comes to bless your heart with her magic. Grace spell. Whenever you experience unkindness, send a blessing to the person who's harmed you and wish for their safety and happiness. Your grace and fortunes will increase by the power of 3. For every blessing sent forth, so mote it be. Again, grace spell. Whenever you experience unkindness, send a blessing to the person who's harmed you and wish for their safety and happiness. Your grace and fortunes will increase by the power of 3. For every blessing sent forth, so mote it be. And the power of 3, well, you know, we understand that Empress Venus is a 3. How beautiful, letting go. Let's read the letting go, because now truly they kind of match. And 6 is about that harmonizing, being at peace, the karma, you know. And you know who rules karma is Diablo. So either it's God is in charge or karma. Either way, it's the balance of God and the devil. Letting go. Many of us have faced difficult times in our lives, and sometimes the impact of a negative experience is so profound that it leaves us with a residue for a long time after the actual event. When we're still vibrating energetically at the level of a negative experience, it's difficult to create positive experiences in our lives. This is why letting go is an important lesson to learn and relearn. It doesn't mean forgetting. Life experiences are lessons, but it does mean living in the present and retaining the lesson, not the pain of the past. If this spell card has chosen you, it's very important for you to cast this spell. Please see this as the universe wishing the very best for you. This spell is the one way to reconnect with the present and let the past recede. You'll then be wise. The lessons stay, the pain disappears. If you've chosen this card, this is an indication that you acknowledge that it's time to move on. Congratulations. The universe will reward your efforts. Look, letting go spell right here. The 33, the Christ card. We already had the Christ card come through for December. This is powerful, my friends. Letting go spell. Okay, on a Saturday night. So we're coming to this Saturday night. On a Saturday night, when the moon is waning, which she is, okay, she became full last weekend. That Gemini super full moon was fabulous. So this Saturday, if you feel honored to do this or besieged to do this, on a Saturday night when the moon is waning, draw a soft, warm bath into which you've scattered 3 handfuls of pure sea salt. I believe in that with all my heart and soul. I've been talking about that for years. Please take your sea salt baths. Okay, please. Himalayan sea salt is even the better because, or dead sea salt or Himalayan, the nutrients that they have there. Draw a soft warm bath into which you scatter 3 handfuls of pure sea salt. Then gently place 1 egg. Then gently place 1 egg, unwashed and unbroken, into your sacred bath. That's the first time I've ever heard of this one. Then gently place 1 egg, unwashed and unbroken, into your sacred bath. Light a blue candle and bathe in its light. Allow your mind to run through the story of the past, then focus on releasing any fear, pain, hurt, or bitterness. See these hurts in your mind's eye literally, draining from your body into the water and into the egg. When you drain the water, watch the past drain away too. Then take your egg under the light of the waning moon and bury it, and the story of your past into the earth. So mote it be. So mote it be. Wow. Okay, well, we have the Emperor here, and we have the Queen of Earth here, and we have this card suggesting wealth is in your hands. So I kind of feel that. I kind of feel this Emperor is reasoning. He is reasoning his life purpose. He understands that what he is about is not to be the fool. I kind of feel he's definitely leading this reading. And I think he wants us to embrace his wisdom and his identity and his strength and his energy. Yet he's doing it in a calming way. And you see his King of Hearts, what is this, the 10th time he's come through since November? I kind of sensing that male superiority is now focusing on female strength. And God bless these women that have come forward about, sexual harassment. And it's time. Men have dominated for many, many millennia. Why the Egyptians got broken? Because it was all that too much power, ego, force, source. And Father God, he is one not to be reckoned with either, but he loves his children. We're going to talk more about that down the road, but I truly feel that these two males here are speaking about how, you know what, it's time to heal, it's time to love again, and it is truly time to reckon that we're not here to dismiss our, these men were born by a female, okay? That's how God invented the women, okay? The women were the ones to bring forward these males. Big changes in 2018. Huge, huge. And I truly believe that the males are going to be more, how do we say, cognizant, more cognizant, that they have to be more loving, not just takers. I don't understand how men can just rape women. I don't get it. 46. Oh, Lord. This deck is really one that's like awakening myself as well. This is like crazy how Sierra Machete is. And this was done in 2014, so. But I've never seen this deck before. I love purple. This is no joke. As a little girl raised in Catholic school, I wore everything purple. I was a purple queen. Everything I owned was purple. Connections, putting the pieces together, coming to conclusions. And in this new oracle, he begins with a famous quote from a famous person. Okay. Connections, putting the pieces together, coming to conclusions. To the question of your life, you are the answer. And to the problems of your life, you are the solution. Wow. Joe Corder. And see, I kind of feel this right there. I feel these two male factors, these male influences. Now he's the king of love. He's my favorite king because he definitely comes from his heart chakra, the anahata, the love. But we have the emperor here who's not so much like that. But I truly feel that this quote is about these energies right here. I truly feel that 2018 is going to change so much in so many positive ways. Connections, putting the pieces together, coming to conclusions. To the question of your life, you are the answer. And to the problems of your life, you are the solution. And card 46. Okay, so now we'll read this. A young woman sits on a bridge. Oh, see, I didn't even notice that. A bridge. Okay. A young woman sits on a bridge, a physical and metaphysical connecting point between here and there. Her identity is initially concealed not only to us but also to herself. She is, in essence, finding her true self. And I kind of feel this with these energies of the males here, the Emperor. They really, truly, I think in 11, the Master Code for 2018, I truly feel that even these people ruling the planet are going to find themselves in a spiritual enlightened way. I'm feeling it. Okay. A young woman sits on a bridge, a physical and metaphysical connecting point between here and there. Her identity is initially concealed not only to us but also to herself. She is in essence finding her true self. She reaches out to gather pieces of a puzzle, and with each one she finds clues and discovers more about herself. Okay, you can see the pieces of the puzzles just kind of like floating in the air there. Each of us attempts to make sense of our place as we search for connections and relationships with others. Gradually, despite failures and experimentation along the way, an image starts to take form. Increasing clarity manifests itself from the initial confusion. The process is self-reinforcing and often becomes easier and accelerates as more pieces are added, each finding their corresponding place. Eventually, a point is reached where everything comes into focus and starts to make sense. Okay, and starts to make sense. And I kind of feel that. See, we got the kitty cat there. You know, cats are very metaphysically aligned with what goes down. Right? Doggies are loyal, cats are cool. I believe that in 2018 we're going to see a more, um, I'm not saying gentler, but I'm suggesting wisdom, gentler wisdom, going to come from the males. Um, you know, this kind of nuclear warfare going on is, but they're going to come. Jesus here, spiritual warrior. He's here. None of that's going to be allowed. Trust that. That's just news media bullshit. Jesus not going to allow, and his potent posse squad not going to allow any of that to happen. Beautiful. And let it go, let it be so. Okay, let it go, let it be so. And for those, my darlings who write to me, and you know, you have been in a marriage that no longer is working for you, just gently, calmly, let it go. You know, we're the ones in charge of our own life. You know, you were in charge of your life before you met your significant other. Okay, and so if they have hurt you and denied you of your beauty, then you exit calmly and slowly. And I know it's difficult for those, you know, with children especially, and you know, you were like the stay-at-home mom and you rely on, you know, his paycheck. I understand it. I understand that very much. But you just keep praying with grace, okay? And you have a knowledge. You have knowledge. If you're watching videos like mine and others to open up your dimensional force source life, okay? You know, just know we are spiritual beings in a physical body, okay? And that means that we have cognizant knowledge. Okay? We really do. We have cognizant knowledge. Okay, so don't give up. Let's read this knowledge card because that's just what just said to me. We have cognizant knowledge within us. So let's see what this card has to say, and then we'll shut it down. Okay. And this is Lucy Cavendish, her first book. When she wrote this back, gosh, 2002. Okay. This is one of my first little oracles too, actually. Lucy Cavendish. Knowledge. Okay, so now let it go, let it be so, and walk in grace. Okay? Walk in grace. Knowledge. Inner knowledge, outer knowledge. What does that mean? With this spell, you may be led to the right person, place, or book that can pass on to you exactly what it is that you need to know. Just remember to return the universe's favor when the time comes. If this spell has chosen you, the universe is tapping you on your shoulder, trying to tell you something, but you're just not listening! Exclamation mark. You're just not listening. So it's time to decide to get your attention this way instead. Through casting this spell, you'll be given something precious, an inner knowing that will help you manifest your dreams. Pay attention. Pay attention! Exclamation mark. If you've chosen the spell, you're aware that there's something you need to know. But what is it? With this spell, you can clarify the missing link in your knowledge and fulfill your mind and soul to the brim. Pass it on at the right time. Look at this. 77 right there. 77. Spiritual challenges or victory, my darlings. Choose what is best. The knowledge spell. Wearing brown, discover an old tree and sit within its roots on a Thursday. Okay, well, that's tomorrow. If you can do this. Okay, wearing brown, discover an old tree and sit within its roots on a Thursday morning when the moon is waxing. Okay, the moon is waxing. Two cards now. I'm talking about the moon waxing. Oh, no, waning. So now this is waxing, so we have to wait a little bit. Continue this for 7 days. Bind the spell by drinking mint tea. Okay, Miss Lucy. I like Lucy Cavendish. I just wish she would do more videos. I don't understand why she doesn't. And then we got this crazy skank making videos. I liked it. Thank you kindly, Libra. I love you all. Ciao. 2018. 2018 gonna be the year. Love to all. Ciao.